God damn, it's empty.
Yeah.
This shit is so fucking full with fucking cars and shit.
Word. And when I came here, I was like, oh shit. Fucking, I can actually turn on Sherman? Because usually this shit tells me to turn here.
Well, imagínate, all these idiots who voted for fucking Trump are not running for their lives.
Yeah, right? They don't want to be deported. Fuck off.
I was like, look, bro, I became a citizen when I was 17, legally. So I said, I'm good. I said, I'm not worried. But like I pointed out to my brother, I said, you do know you have some family members of you that are here illegally, and they live in a bullshit one bedroom to send money to their kids in DR, right?
Yeah.
You do know that shit, right? Yo, me and him had some back and forth. Well, I called that nigga a straight up fucking idiot to his face. I said, you're a fucking idiot.
I mean, shit.
I told him straight out, I said, yo, remember, your two boys are Latino. They're not white. Their last name is Gutierrez. Just because they have white first names don't mean shit.
And you can't bank on the fact that Trump is gonna want to, get all the ones first, and then look for the twos, but there ain't no many twos. So once that confusion's gone, they're gonna go for the reals.
No, man, it's not even that. Like, if you follow, because I tell people, so I don't follow, like CNN, all that shit. But I go on YouTube. I get all my shit from YouTube. I got it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I go. I go to YouTube for all my shit, because YouTube, nobody has, like, you can find whatever you want on YouTube.
Yeah.
The truth and everything else. I'm like, I had some white dude with a white beard from Texas talking about, yo, I said, I don't want to hear these Trump voters complaining. I go, we told you guys that if he won, Project 2025 was going to be in play. And just because he came out and said, oh, I don't know anything about it, I go, but we done showed you videos of niggas behind the scenes talking about, oh yeah, I know Trump has to throw us under the bus to fit his agenda. I'm like, you guys didn't even fucking think, you didn't think Project 2025 was real? Stupid motherfuckers.
But remember, he's the, I didn't mean what I said. I meant to say it the way that you make it sound right.
Right.
The only person in the world that he can say, I didn't mean that. And everybody go, oh, you right. You didn't mean to say shoot all the black people in the face.
Right.
That was a metaphor for how guns is bad. Right? It's... No wonder yoga is so popular, because they stretch for this nigga. They stretch like a motherfucker for this nigga.
I told people straight up, yo. I go, y'all don't understand. I go, my man literally went on TV and the interview said, oh yeah, I'm the king of IVR. Dude, you're a guy. You don't know shit about how IVR works.
Word.
How do you call yourself? How do you call this? I'm and don't sleep. I have some white girls that I follow that voted for him, and I'm like, look, I'm not for nothing. I look at y'all different now.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all from Queens. I go, but truthfully, I look at y'all different now. And one of them was like, but why? And I'm like, you happily put on your thing. Your boy Donnie is about to win the presidency. I go, he is everything I'm against. I go, and if you're a person with any kind of morals, he should be a person you are totally against. I go, just to show me you have no fucking morals. Yeah. No, it's not about that. It's about the economy. I go, okay. let's talk about economy. I'm a business major. The economy right now, the last year has been the strongest it's been at any point under Donald Trump. I go, that's one. Two, Trump rode the coattails of Obama's economy for 2 years. His policies kicked in after year 2. If you go back and look at the stock market started to go down. What? Year 3 of Trump's presidency, a whole year before COVID. So you can't even blame it on COVID. Well, Biden came in and fixed the economy to the point where it's high right now. He incorporated, he inherited high inflation rates because of Trump's and his stupid tariffs. That's inflation right now is at an all-time low of 2.4%. I go, under Trump, we lost millions of government jobs. Under Biden, we created millions of government jobs. I go, unemployment is also at an all-time low right now. So, what you got?
But he's a businessman.
Who also filed for bankruptcy 6 times and bankrupt a casino because she tried to go with that too. I go, I don't know about you, but no successful businessman files for bankruptcy 6 times.
You made a mistake.
And then she said something, like just recently she said something and I'm like, yeah, I said, yeah, whatever. I literally told her whatever. And I because I sent her, I said, look at the people he's picking. I'm pretty sure you guys are glad that he's picking somebody for Attorney General who's being investigated for sex trafficking. I go, he dabbed two billionaires, all right, for government, energy or whatever that shit is. I go, that's basically the branch that helps, people who don't have money. I said, they don't know what it is not to have money. When Elon Musk, whatever, came here as an illegal immigrant, which I told her, I said, Elon Musk came over here as an illegal immigrant. He already have money from Europe. I said, okay. I said, don't worry about it. I said, sweetie, when shit starts going south, and it's already started going south because there's already reports of millions of Trump voters talking about, yo, I didn't sign up for this. This is what y'all wanted. Again, when people show you who they are, believe them.
Word.
Words don't mean anything. Actions do. All his actions showed you that he is a corrupt motherfucker.
Yeah, and the people fall for the trickless magician where this motherfucker, he can fit in anyway. He's a chameleon. He'll tell anybody anything just to get you to like him.
Right.
And then with that like comes doubt, and then people start making excuses for you and all that other shit. And he learned that shit a very long time ago because it's the art of business. He learned the art of fighting without knowing how to fight. Yeah, as my man would say in The Last Dragon.
That's right.
Shit.
I told him, I said, yeah, you guys are stupid. I said, listen. I go, there are already companies reported not giving people bonuses for Christmas. Oh, that's not a lie. That's a lie. I said, no, it's not. Go look it up. I go, there's already 3 companies in PA, which was a swing state. And I told her, and by the way, they found 2,400 fraudulent votes in PA, all for Trump. I go, but that's not being covered in the media news, baby.
Nope.
I said, go on YouTube. I go, Google it. That's where the real shit is. I said, the media did a disservice to everybody here by not covering Donald Trump truthfully. I go, and now we're all going to suffer for it. I told her, I hope you're ready to defend yours, because I'm ready to defend mine. I told her straight out, I'm good. I go, at the end of the day, I have dual citizenship, because I got a citizenship in DR. I can go to DR and buy property. You can't.
Word.
I'm telling you. Same thing I told my brother. I said, yo. I said, bro, you don't understand. You don't plan for shit. I plan for everything.
Yeah, but that's that old school mentality. Nowadays, people just like they're not handed shit, but they're living uneasy. You know, there's no care in the world.
Yeah.
They're manipulated to be that way.
Yeah, I told homegirl, I said, listen, you was a bartender one time, right? I said, you see those tips? I said, you see that nightlife? I go, he's trying to do away with that nightlife. I go, you was a bartender, right? But now you work at a company or whatever. I go, that whole thing of him not taxing overtime is because he's literally said he doesn't pay people overtime. Once you hit your 8 hours, he'll send you home and bring other people in who have not worked and pay them the regular 8 hours. It goes, because at the end of the day, he don't have to pay you time and a half. So he doesn't have to pay tax. You don't have to pay taxes at time and a half because you won't have overtime.
Yeah.
I go, you guys claim that you guys know what shit. I say you guys don't know shit about economy at all. I go, you know who also know no shit about economy? Trump.
Shit. I know one of my boys was saying that he voted for Trump just because he wanted the stock market to go back up. And you see it now, like it's going up. But mostly it's cryptocurrency that's going up. Everybody's buying crypto all of a sudden. And I'm sitting there like, I wonder if that's like a pattern, or people going, well, this motherfucker gonna let crypto be a generational fucking currency, so let me get this motherfucker so that way I can fucking universal currency, that way I can fucking have money or some shit. But I don't know, it's weird. How
tell your boy who voted for Trump. Tell him this. The United States lost millions of jobs under Trump because he tried to force companies and corporations to do work here. And when they were like, no, because it's still cheaper for me to do it from there and import it, he levied fines and shit against them that made them even leave further. And it's still cheaper for them to produce the stuff out there than it is to do it here. I go, Kamala Harris and Biden changed that. They gave the companies incentive to actually do work and build shit here in the U.S. That's why construction was on an all-time high. Construction is going to go back down now. You motherfuckers don't understand that. Construction is about to go down because there's a lot of we still import, even though we have American-made copper, we still import a lot of Chinese copper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because motherfuckers like Trump, who want their towers built,
as cheap as possible, are gonna go with the cheaper shit. So tell your boy this. So check this out. Those tariffs, China doesn't pay them. The company importing that stuff pays the tariffs. Initially. I go, but because now their shit has to, they have to pay more for it, even though it's cheaper here, even though they have to pay more for it, and it's still cheaper for them to pay for it and bring it in here than it is for them to buy it here. Yeah. So now the prices are going up. This is where your inflation kicks in. So I go, remember,
year 3 of Trump's presidency, inflation was already because of the shit that he did. He is not a good businessman. He does not know shit about economic figures. I go, and the fact that you guys think that he's this great businessman is appalling.
Yeah. So basically, it's the tariffs fucking cost more money
For
to
us.
the people who import it.
No.
And those people, the companies that are importing it, are passing the savings on to us by making us pay the difference.
Yeah. So now, let's say, great example, PS4 or PS5, right?
Yep.
Now, because the stuff, all the electronics and stuff like that is going to be more expensive to bring in, even though, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Even though bringing it in is still cheaper than having somebody try to manufacture it here. So now, let's say PS5 Pro going for $699. Right? In a year, in about, I say it's another 6 months to a year, it's gonna cost you about $800 because the components are costing more to import than before. So when everybody cries about make Platanos 10 for 1 again, they can't make Platanos 10 for 1 again because the United States doesn't build. The United States doesn't fucking plant Platanos. Yeah, Willie. Bro, you gotta call Mo. Call Mo. All I did was order it, but this is Uptown. You should be calling Mo. Yeah, okay. This is one of my drivers. He knows who to call and he still calls me. I tell people, I said, and now that it looks like the Republicans have won the majority of the House, I understand it. I said, now they're not gonna get as much pushback to pass their agendas.
Yeah.
I go, so, hey, red states, all you welfare recipients in red states, who the majority are white. I go, when your welfare gets cut, don't cry. Oh, but why is my welfare gonna get cut? Well, you see, illegal immigrants paid $51 billion in taxes. That was distributed to you guys. Now that they're no longer going to be here, the United States is not going to have a surplus of $51 billion in terms of taxes. Hey, you veteran that you voted for Trump, your veteran benefits are also now going to be less and less. This is what I had to tell my brother. I said, you know that we pay moms stay at where you work. I go, through her retirement benefits, her pension, as a teacher's aide or paraprofessional or whatever the fuck you want to call it. He goes, yeah. I said, well, with him in power, that money that we were getting from them is going to become less and less. So instead of going the opposite direction, where every year mom's benefits were increasing, now her benefits are going to go down. I go, so you just basically voted for somebody to help get your mother out of the home faster. And I told him, it's twofold, because we paid her stay there with her pension and with her Social Security. And he's looking to gut Social Security. I go, you don't think things at all. I go, this is your problem. You're a retard.
Shit. It's crazy how my man was impeached.
Twice.
twice, a felony. Yeah, 34. And he's the president.
Right. Because he put 3 judges in place, right, from other guys that were leaving. There was 3 judges that were, getting too old or whatever, that were leaving. He put 3 judges in place, and they have basically stopped everything. Every time he gets into court to get put in jail, in federal prison, they stop him. I go, he's an idiot, but he's not a fool. And everybody goes like, how can you be an idiot and not a fool? I said he's an idiot because all he does is thinks about how to benefit himself.
Yeah.
I go, dude, he doesn't care if you're white, black, brown, yellow, whatever. He sees one color. What's that? White? No, green,
Orange.
stupid. Green. I told somebody, I said, you guys claim that you guys voted for him because he can't be bought because he's a billionaire. He don't have money. He don't have money. When NBC approached him to do The Apprentice, he was broke. He doesn't have money. He has like buildings and stuff like that, but monetary money he don't have. And none of his shit is liquid. I go, think about that. I said, to be really rich, you have to be able to liquidize your assets. He doesn't have any liquidable assets. I go, so he's not rich. I go, that's 1, 2, and then the producer of the show literally came out and said he wished he would have never picked him to do the show. He goes, he did not know how much of a narcissistic asshole this guy was. I go, so you guys took somebody out, didn't want to vote for somebody who was willing to work with everybody to make America better, but you were okay with voting for somebody that if he disagree with you, if you disagree with him, he wants to bury you. I go, America, you showed your true colors. You're a bunch of racist motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And that one of those IGs girl that I was talking about, una blanquita, you're a bad bitch, blonde hair, blue eyes, whatever. I'm like, yo. She's like, oh, but I'm not a racist. I'm like, well, I said your actions speak differently.
Yeah, I mean, you sure as hell don't know what a racist looks like. Shit, and one of the things that people forget is that during COVID and the import stopped because we didn't have any truck drivers to pick up the shit. A lot of the car industries were buying older cars because they wanted the chips that were in them.
Right.
Because we wasn't getting them from Japan anymore.
Right.
So they were willing to pay top dollar for the cars and then give you these new cars for cheaper. But the minute we got the imports back, this car's skyrocketed in price.
Somebody told me. No, but they made people take the vaccine. And I was like, did they really?
Well, if you wanted your job, at least in my job.
Right, but did they force you? Did they physically say, yo, here, you better go get that vaccine? Everybody had a choice.
Yeah.
Now, mind you,
It didn't feel like a choice.
One of the consequences was you might lose your job.
Yeah, but a lot of people actually left. Like, the hospital,
Yeah.
a lot of people like, fuck that, I'm not taking this shit, and they left.
And where are they now?
Real estate. A couple of girls I know went into real estate.
Right. And how's that going now for them?
They make it look like they're profitable. I don't know.
They not.
When I'm sitting here, how you're selling a fucking $700,000 home that in reality should be like $300,000 in an economy that can't afford $200,000.
I hear a lot of people complaining how, oh, if the economy is so great, wow, why am I not making no money? I'm like, really? You're not making any money? How much do you spend in a month? Well, I got rent, and then I said, I heard a lot of extra shit that you do that if you don't really have to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Like my brother said something. I was like, yo, my man. I said 401ks are up 74% since Biden took over presidency. I go up. I said, that's the opposite of down.
Yeah.
With the way it was going when Trump was in office.
In terms of direction, that's pretty good. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. During COVID, when Trump was president, I was looking at my 401k and I'm like, yo, how did I lose like $20,000? And I contacted him. I said, yo, what the fuck? He goes, bro, it's the stock market. It's gonna happen. And then fucking Biden came and I didn't see nothing. But then next thing you know, it's like, oh, okay, now I'm back to where I should have been if I never lost that money. So it's like, all right, cool.
All right, well, Trump is in business, in power again. You might want to move some stuff around, because what he's going to create is going to cause everything to go back down and inflation to go back up.
Which I think inflation's too high already.
And inflation's at 2.4, which is a low number.
I hear you, but maybe not inflation. Whoever makes the prices for these things that they're selling,
okay,
is putting it too fucking high.
Right, and here's where other people, when people say that, they're like, oh, well, why am I still paying? I said, well, here's the truth. Obama put policies in place to prevent corporations from merging and price gouging. Trump came in and removed those policies. So you had companies who merged, and now instead of having 3 or 4 companies that you can buy the same stuff from, now you only have 2. Now they know that, and they're gonna fuck you over.
Yeah.
Case in point, at one point they said, a gallon of milk was like at $7 during COVID. It's back down to $4.
Yeah.
I go, but not a lot of people are drinking regular milk nowadays. You guys are drinking what? Soy milk, coconut milk,
almond
milk, all that shit. I go, that's not cheap to make. It's not cheap to produce. You guys cry that eggs were at $4. Really? I saw eggs at $2. The extra large, fucking a dozen eggs, $2, $2.50. I go, but again, you guys have to see where it goes. Biden was able to get stuff to get regulated because after his first year, the Democrats had the House. Like I tell people, you guys have been crying for 4 years that shit is bad. Right? And then it's the Democrats' fault. No. The Democrats inherited a shitty fucking economy from Trump. And it's literally taken them 4 years to fix it. And now you're just giving it right back to Trump.
Yeah.
That goes, guys, think about this. And this is why I tell everybody. I think Bush Jr., when he left, was our economy good? No, it wasn't.
No. But to think that far back, when I was just starting to work,
But let me break it down to you.
No, yeah, it was
housing markets. Housing markets.
I wasn't aware of those.
Housing markets were through the roof. Banks, insurances for credit cards and loans are through the roof. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obama came in. Took him about 3.5 years to fucking bring all that shit down. Because like I tell people, I said, a new president's policy truly did not kick in until after year 2. 1.5 years to 2 years after they first take into place, that's when most of their policies in concerning the economy start to take precedence. You know what I'm saying? I said, think about this. You guys are crying about your taxes the last 4 years, right? You guys are crying about that. I go, whose tax plan are we still under?
Bush's.
Trump's.
No.
Trump's.
From
the shit don't die till 2025.
Shit.
His tax shit that he gave all these major corporations fucking breaks and all that, it's still in place until 2025. So you guys are crying these last 4 years that your tax returns are fucking horrible under Biden. You guys are still under under Trump's tax break of 20 whatever, whenever he fucking implemented it. This is how stupid you guys are. You guys don't even know whose tax plan you guys are still under. You guys are still under Trump's under 2025. But I'm the one that don't know what I'm talking about. I'm the one that needs to go get educated according to people.
Because you're talking about the facts. You're not talking about the fake news. See, that's the thing. You're talking about his tax plan, but let's talk about something serious. Let's talk about the things he wanted to mean. See, his tax plan was to give the rich people
1%,
breaks,
yes.
so they get more money. But he meant it that we would have money in their pockets. Our money would be in their pockets, and they give it to us whenever we ask for it. That's what he meant. Mm-hmm. What happened was our money's in their pockets, and they do whatever the fuck they want with it, and we're fucked.
Right.
He didn't mean it for it to be that way, and it just so happened to turn out that way.
No,
Why?
my bad. I didn't mean it that way.
Because of the savages that came from fucking Mexico and
who are eating the cats and the dogs.
And yeah, they're the reason why the companies are keeping the money, because the dogs are not safe. And he didn't mean that they were eating them. He meant that they wanted to eat them.
Metaphorically, yeah. They were thinking.
He was looking at them like they were food.
Yeah, bro. Bro, when I tell people straight out, I said, yo, I said, don't come for me with bullshit. I said, I got bullets for years. I said, I want the smoke. Bring me the smoke. I said, just be ready to get smoked yourself.
Word. But shit, man, it's crazy how I remember Bush's term, but then realizing that I was too young to actually be a part of the economy, like that. Because I was like, 16 around Bush's shit. And I just started working part-time at Toyota. And that was when I first started making money. And because I didn't have no bills to pay. You don't realize how the economy is. It was like, I was able to save up mad money because I didn't pay no bills. Now I got 4 or 5 times more money in my check.
But you pay bills.
And I got no money in my wallet because of bills.
Bro, like I tell people, I say, yo, if you want to have a discussion, I'm willing to have a discussion. I go, but be ready for me to be pulling out facts.
Yeah.
I go, now, if you don't
Speed limit camera ahead.
If you guys don't want to talk about facts, and you guys want to just bullshit, I got bullets for that too. I go, you guys really don't understand. I'm built this way. There's a reason why in my family they call me a fucking lawyer. I'm ready.
Moonsaw's ready.
Bro, I mean, come on now. I gotta tell people, I say, yo, you guys literally have all the knowledge you need at your fingertips. Stop listening to what comes out his mouth and research his. I go, my man, the fact that he put a university out there that was not credited, an uncredited university, and people paid millions to go there and they never got a diploma, and then it was after his presidency that it was a fraud, it was a shell company, basically. Yeah. And you guys motherfuckers still voted for this guy. I go, think about that. This man literally made a shell company of a university had many people pay a tuition,
In full.
never saw a degree, never saw a class. But this guy is the guy you guys still voted for. Meanwhile, this lady, which I don't agree with all her fucking things, but this lady was a prosecutor. And you guys, black men, Hispanic men, you don't like her because she put people in for weed?
That was the law.
It was the law. Weed wasn't fucking... I said when she was the prosecutor, weed was not a recreational drug. When she was a prosecutor, weed had the same thing as crack in the 80s. It was an epidemic. We had to stop this.
Yeah, the war on drugs.
Right. But the guy who talks about his daughter, that if it wasn't his daughter, he would fuck. You guys voted for that guy. I got a question for you.
Which I think that it's more of, if she wasn't so appalled by fucking her father, he would fuck. I don't think the fact that he's his daughter, or she's his daughter, would stop him.
I don't think so either. I'm pretty sure when she was little, he probably grabbed her by the pussy.
Yeah, right?
Or him. But
To cross the street.
Like I tell people, I said, guys, she was everywhere his first presidency, right? Up and down with him, campaigning or whatever. Did you see her any one of his rallies this time around? Huh? No, because out of the 44 people that he brought to the White House that were the best of the best, she was part of that 40 that said, yo, he's no good. Think about that. He brought 44 people into the White House. Right? He brought 44 people into the White House in 2016. 40 of them, I'm like, yo, this man is a danger to society. My man, that's a 90% clip of people who literally worked with him side by side. I was like, yo, this nigga's no good.
Who he picked.
And he picks the best of the best. His very own appointed general, who literally has the power, who's over all other generals, came and said, yeah, I'm voting for Kamala Harris because this guy's a fascist. But you guys still voted for this guy because, Kamala hasn't done shit in 4 years. She's the vice president. She's there in case something happens to the president.
Yeah.
Can she suggest stuff? Yes. But more often than not, it's passed over because it's not coming from the president. Do you guys need to go back to fucking social study class and learn how the fucking government works?
Pretty much. Pretty much. But most of the time the shit it's a lot of fucking propaganda and blowing smoke up your ass just to make it sound good. Right. Like Bernie Sanders, the reason why I voted for this nigga, or I would have ever voted for him, is because he's honest.
Right.
Brutally honest.
And he told the Democrats, you guys he goes, you guys ran a flawed campaign. If you guys would have ran a better campaign, you guys...
And put Kamala in there earlier.
Right, you guys probably would have won.
Because she's sitting there, I bet you any money, they're like, yo, you're going to be the nominee. All right, shit, what's your policy on this? I don't fucking know. I was the nominee yesterday. I became the nominee yesterday. All I know is it's better than this niggas.
And even with that, when they had their debate, her policies were very clear and concise.
Yeah.
When motherfuckers asked them about healthcare, she said she had a plan and outlined it. This motherfucker said, I have concepts of a plan. My nigga, you was a
My shit is definitely gonna work if I can ever get it to go.
My nigga, you was a president. You were president for 4 years. How do you tell me you still don't have a concept of a fucking plan when it comes to healthcare? Oh, I remember, because your first presidency, the first time you were president, You
What's
didn't give
Obamacare?
You didn't give a shit. He didn't give a shit about the healthcare. All he was trying to do was repeal Obamacare.
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to go after again this year.
Which wasn't Obamacare a version of the Republicans' version of healthcare?
Yes. But they call it Obamacare because he passed it, but it's actually called the Affordable Care Act. And here's the thing. A lot of people in those red states, like in Kentucky and shit like that, who have pre-existing illnesses that couldn't get covered by insurance, what they have? The Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, which allows them to go to the doctors.
Yeah.
Now, when that shit gets reneged, what are you guys going to do?
That's when Big Pun's gonna just turn around and be like, fuck you, nigga. Because, shit, when my brother was working at security, he didn't have any health care. And then they forced him to get health care, and he had cheap health care, but then he was able to go to a hospital to get the checkups and all other shit. Because I remember a lot of the times, he was like, we want to go skiing. He goes, nah, I can't go. I said, why not? Because if I get hurt, I got no health care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because God forbid you fucking fall, break your back or some shit. Now everything's out of pocket.
Right.
And which is crazy because if in order to drive a vehicle you need car insurance, which is basically like car health care.
Right.
Why wouldn't you have some form of health care for you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because health insurance or the health bills is really what's fucking up a lot of people's Medicaid and all that, because when you go to the ER without any health insurance and you can't pay the bill, that goes to us. And we're paying for this shit. That was one of the reasons why my aunt was a Republican, not Trump Republican. This is like Bush and them. It's because of that.
I don't vote Democrat. I don't vote Republican. I vote for motherfuckers that at least have concepts of a plan. Or not concepts of a plan. Or at least can tell you, hey, this is what I plan to do.
Yeah.
Because, hey, guess what? If they tell me this is what I plan to do and it doesn't happen, now I can say, yo, you plan to do that, it didn't happen. What the fuck happened? You know what I'm saying? Now, this motherfucker doesn't have any plans. So when shit starts going awry, he's going to laugh at y'all niggas and go, well, I didn't have a plan. The fuck y'all voted for me for?
Or he's gonna blame someone for not passing it.
Right.
What was your plan? It was the best plan, but they didn't want to pass it.
Right. It was the best plan. It was the best plan ever. There was no plan ever in the history of the histories of histories better than my plan.
Like Mission Impossible planners couldn't plan better than what the fuck my plan was.
So then why didn't it get passed?
The savages that's coming from fucking Kuwait and Mexico that are raping our dogs and eating the mice.
The illegals who voted against me.
Yeah, all those fake voters. They stopped it.
Yo, I put somebody in play and I blasted somebody. I go, listen, let me tell you how stupid and uneducated you are. I go, illegal immigrants cannot vote. That's one. I go, illegal immigrants, because they were talking about voting and welfare.
Yeah.
I go, two, illegal immigrants are not available to get welfare, because to get welfare, you need a valid social security number.
Yep.
I go, illegal immigrants don't have social security numbers. So they can't get welfare. Stupid. I go, but you know who uses welfare and who abuses the system?
White people.
And somebody go, oh, blacks and Latinos. I go, wrong. I go, 68% of people on welfare are white people.
Yeah.
From the mid states, Kentucky, Ohio, all those fucking country states in the fucking middle of the U.S. I go, the majority of those people are white, and the majority of those people are on welfare.
Yeah, because we can't be the most people on welfare in Alabama when there's only 7 fucking minorities there.
I go, that's one. Two,